I am 5 miles away from my computer. Watch this.
System override granted.
That isn't Siri. That
Accessing mainframe.
is OpenClaw,
Bypassing firewall.
and it has root
Data transfer
access.
initiated.
Okay, cut the music. We need to explain what we just saw. Because last week we talked about Klein, which is an AI that lives in your code editor, but this is different.
Completely different. Klein is a specialist. It writes code. OpenClaw, formerly Clawdbot, is a generalist. It replaces you. It uses a technology called computer use, or vision-based control. It takes a screenshot of your screen every 500 milliseconds, analyzes the pixels, and decides where to move the mouse.
And that's why the original project got nuked, right? I heard the original creator got a cease and desist.
Legally, I can't speculate on the C&D. Technically, I can tell you why big companies are terrified of this. If you have an AI that can navigate any website, click any button, and solve any CAPTCHA, the entire ad model of the internet breaks. Why would I look at ads on Google if my agent browses the web for me in the background?
So it's not just a tool. It's an ad blocker on steroids.
It's an economy blocker. Google, Microsoft, Apple, they want you to use their AI inside their walled garden. OpenClaw breaks the wall. It works on any app, any site, any OS. And that is why we are calling it the Forbidden App.
Okay, let's talk hardware. In the intro, you said you're running this on a Mac Mini. Why? Most of our audience uses gaming PCs with NVIDIA cards.
This is a controversial take, but for local agents, the Mac Mini is currently the king. And it comes down to two words: unified memory.
Explain that for the non-techies.
On a PC, your video card, GPU, has its own RAM, usually 8 gigabytes or 12 gigabytes. Once your AI model gets too big, it crashes. On a Mac, the CPU and GPU share the same pool of memory. This base model M4 has 16 gigabytes of unified memory. That means I can load a massive, smart model into the GPU without spending $2,000 on an RTX 4090.
So it's cheaper?
It's $599. To build a PC that runs this silently, 24/7, with low power consumption, you're spending double that. Plus, this thing sips power. I leave it on all day as my sovereign server.
And you're treating it like a burner phone, right?
This is my air-gapped strategy. I don't install this on my main work laptop where I have my crypto keys and family photos. I run it on the Mini. If the AI goes rogue and deletes the OS, who cares? I just wipe the Mini.
Wait, we missed a step. In the intro, you were outside on the street. You texted the bot from your phone. If this Mac Mini is sitting at home on your Wi-Fi, how are you talking to it from a coffee shop?
That is the sovereign tunnel. Most people try to open a port on their router. Don't do that. you will get hacked instantly. I use a tool called Tailscale. Tailscale creates a private encrypted mesh network. To my phone, the Mac Mini looks like it's in my pocket. It has a local IP address. I set up a simple script that watches a specific Telegram chat.
So the workflow is, you text Telegram to Telegram, hits the Mac Mini, to OpenClaw wakes up.
Exactly. The Mac Mini reads the text. Check my flight. It executes the vision agent. It takes screenshots. It verifies the flight. Then it texts me back the answer. I basically built my own Rabbit R1 or Humane pin for free, but I own the data. But we have to talk about the risk. Vision agents are powerful, but they are also literal. Yesterday, I told it to delete the temp files on my desktop. It opened Finder, selected the files, and dragged them to the trash. But it missed by 10 pixels.
Oh no.
It dropped my entire tax documents folder into the trash. If I hadn't been watching, it would have emptied the trash 5 minutes later.
This is why we need the leash.
I wrote a safe_mode.yaml file. It's a digital leash. It explicitly blocks the agent from clicking on sensitive directories, like /system or /documents, and blocks it from visiting banking URLs.
Do not, I repeat, do not run this bot without that file.
We put the safe_mode.yaml and the Telegram script in the Sovereign Stack PDF. It's free. Download it. Protect your machine. We are standing at a fork in the road. Option A. You wait for Apple, Google, and Microsoft to release this feature. They will see your data, serve you ads, and tell you what you're allowed to automate. That is the path of the user.
Option B. You buy the hardware. You install the open source stack. You take the risk. You build an agent that works for you, keeps your secrets, and doesn't report back to a mothership. That is the path of the admin.
This channel isn't for users. It's for admins. If you want to own the future instead of just renting it, you need to click that subscribe button. Because next week, we are giving this thing a voice.
Before you go, we need to settle a debate we had in the studio. We trust this thing to summarize news. We might trust it to sort files. But would you give it your credit card?
If I told this bot, go to Expedia, find the cheapest flight to Tokyo, and buy it immediately, would you trust it? Or are you terrified it would book a first-class ticket to Antarctica?
I think I'm a no. Jay is a yes.
I want to know where the community stands. Comment below. Type trust or no way. We will pin the best argument. Secure your hardware. Keep the AI on a leash. We'll see you in the next one.